Hello, dear. Good morning. Good to see you. Hello. Welcome. I'm okay. Thank you. What about you? All right. So, welcome to our class. Finally, today we are online again. Thank you. So, today we are going to finish Unit 12. Yes, finally. So, we'll try to finish our unit. And then next week, we start our final review, okay? We will review units 10 to 12 and prepare for our final test. Okay, guys? So, yes, finally, the end of book 3. That's good. Okay. So, if you have your books, open your books to page 80. So, how do you feel? The end of the third book. Yeah, it's going to be like the others. Yes, it's going to be online. So there will be a written test and the project presentation. Two tests. Okay, one day it will be the written test online, and the other day it will be the presentation. Okay, but remember, if you still have to do previous projects, then you need to present, okay, so you can get your certificate. All right, Jonathan, let me see if you're missing something. Just a second. Let me take a look here. Yeah, let me take a look. I'm opening the file here and then I'll share with you. Yeah, I'll see that for you, okay? Yes, it seems to me you haven't done any project. Okay, Jonathan, can you see that? So yes, you are missing the projects. Okay, so without the project, you won't be able to get your certificate. So here you have project 1, project 2. Can you see that, Jonathan? Hey, Amanda, good morning. Good to see you. And project 3 is also missing. Okay, so now we are approaching test 4. Okay, as we finish unit 12, you are going to do evaluation 4. So test 4 is about units 10, 11, and 12. So there is a test and there is a project. Okay, so for you to get the certificate, you need to do all the evaluations, of course. Okay, so you need to do all the projects. Okay, so you need to present the projects. Okay, try to schedule a replacement to present the project, and you need to present the projects to your teacher, to me. Okay, you can't present your projects to another teacher, right? So you need to schedule a replacement with me, right? Or you try to present your project in class. Okay, so you can either schedule a replacement, but then it has to be Friday afternoon. I don't know if you can, and it has to be with your teacher. I don't know if they can do that. And or you can try to present next week on Tuesday and on Thursday. Okay, you can present one project on Tuesday, then another project on Thursday. All right, Jonathan. You present project one on Tuesday, then projects two and three on Thursday. This is something that is possible. Okay. All right, you know what I mean. You can do project one on Tuesday, for example, then projects two and three on Thursday. This is a possibility. Okay, all right. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but it has to be about the units uh, of of those evaluations. For example, project one can be from units 1, 2, or 3, not 1, 2, and 3. It can be or unit 1, or unit 2, or unit 3. You choose only one if you can, okay? If you want to do about the 3 units, it's up to you. You decide, okay? All right, Jonathan. But you need to do if you want your certificate, of course. Okay. Nayara has to do as well. Project 2. Sarinha also needs to do project 2. Amanda, you're fine. You have all the evaluations done. Okay, guys. All right, Jonatas. Okay. So this is a way out for you. You can present next week, no problem. Okay, Sarah the same. Sarah even needs to do a test. She needs to do test 3 as well. Okay, guys. All right, people. So think about it. Today we finish Unit 12. Oh, Nayara, you are here. Oh, how nice. Good morning, Nayara. So I was talking to the people about the project and about the certificate. So let me show the tests again so you can see what you need to do. Let me show you. Look, Nayara, you are just missing project number 2. So you can choose project 2 is about units 4, 5, and 6. So you can choose unit 4 or unit 5 or unit 6 and you can present next week. We still have next week to do it. Next week is the last one. Let me see here. Next week is, we have Tuesday, June 29th and July 1st. We still have 2 more days. They are going to be review and then that's it. Because the other week will be the final test. Okay, guys, so if you want to have the certificate, the last week is the last. So you present the project and then you're done. You are okay. All right, guys. Then you don't need to schedule replacement to do it. All right, no problem. Okay, Nayara. All right, there is no mystery. Everything is fine. He just needs to do a project. Not. Let me see if I can. Just a moment. I don't know. Let me try to open. Just a second, Jonathan. Let me see if I can open here. Just a moment, because usually the files from Smart Choice 2, they are in the school. They are there. Let me see if I can open here. Just a second. Mm-mm, no, yes, I'm checking it here. Okay, let me try to see that. Yeah, I don't know if I can open that from here because I don't have the system online with the school. There, they have all the grades from Smart Choice 1 and Smart Choice 2. So let me see, Jonathan. And I don't have your grades. I have Jayane's, Joyce's, Nayara's. I have all the grades from the girls because they were with me from the beginning. Yeah, but I don't have your grades. Yeah, just a second. Yes, I found the grades from the other students because they were with me from the beginning since Smart Choice 1. But I think you joined halfway, not from the beginning. That's why I don't have you. Let me try to open the other one here. I have just a second. me see here. Yes, let me share this with you. I have all the grades from the, can you see that, people? Let me share. I have all the grades from the girls. Book 1, book 2. Look, let me make it bigger if possible. I don't know that. Can you see that, people? The files I have are the files that I made, and I have them offline. Amanda, Carolina, Daniele, Elaine, Jaiane, Joyce. Your name is here, but I don't have your grades because you entered later. Okay, Jonathan. I have Joyce's, Nayara's, all the grades from the girls. Rafaela, Rayane, Sara, and even Tamires, because they were from the beginning, you know. So I have the grades of the students who started the book with me from the beginning. So I have all the grades, okay, from the beginning of the book. Look, all the grades are here, all right? And then the students were leaving little by little, and then I went there updating the grades, okay? So all the grades from book 1 are here. And then, of course, your grade, Jonathan, your grades, they must be in the course. What I can do is I can I can contact the course. Okay, these are the same grades that we saw there before, but this is another Excel. Okay, all the grades are, of course, in the course, okay? And I will contact the school to get your grades to see if there is anything missing for you. No, Jonathan, of course not. You can present at least the projects from book 3, you can present next week, okay? No problem. And then I will contact the course to see about your grades from the previous books. All right? Don't worry. Okay? That's okay. Relax. But the ones from book 3, these you can present next week. You just have to do project 1, project 2, and project 3. You just pick one unit from each one, and then you can do. All right? Okay, Jonathan. If you need any help, you can get in touch with me and I can help you. Okay? All right, people. So let's finish Unit 12. For God's sake. Okie dokie. If you have your books, let's open our books to page 80. Can you see that, people? Yes? Yes, can you all see that? So page 80 is reading, okay? It's a text. So this text is very simple. As you can see here in the picture, what place is this? What can you see in this place? Yes, it's a nightclub. Yes, very good. It is a nightclub. All right, excellent. So, what kind of nightclub is this? Is it a regular nightclub? So, okay, guys, what do you think this party is all about? Because it's a party, right? And it's a special party. It's not just any party, but it's a special one, okay? So we are going to look at the blog. As you can see, this is a picture from a blog. Okay, you will see there are some tabs here. One tab says clubs, the other tab says photos, the other one says latest news, and the other one says contact. All right. And on the tab that says photos, it says the dance club blog. Okay. Hi, Sarinha. Good to see you. Nice to see you. So here it says the dance club blog. All right. So it says new club too cool for stars. What do you think this party is all about? They are opening a new club. They are opening a new place. Okay. Of course, this was before the pandemic. Of course, look, nobody here is wearing a mask, right? So they're all having fun and nobody is following the procedures of the pandemic, right? Or the CDC as we call it. Okay. So, what do you think is this party about? And why is it too cool for stars? A club, a new club, too cool for stars? Why, people? So we are going to read about this new club. Where do you think this new club is? Is it in Rio? Is it in Europe? Is it in the United States? Where is this new club? Oh, it says here it's in New York. Okay. All right. So it's a new club in New York. Okay. All right. So we know that now in the United States, they are opening the restrictions, right? They are relaxing the restrictions for people because almost everybody is vaccinated. But of course, when they wrote this book, it was way before the pandemic. Yes. But of course, this party here, it has nothing to do with the pandemic. This party has to do with VIP people, right? With stars. So let me get the audio so we can read the story and listen to the story at the same time. Okay? Just give me a minute and I will share that with you. Just a second. While I do that, let me take a picture so I can confirm your attendance. Let me save the picture. Just a moment, people. Oh gosh. Who crashed? Somebody crashed. Let me see who crashed. I know that somebody crashed, but I don't know who. Internet these days are it's something terrible, isn't it, guys? Wow. Let me just get the audio for our lesson, okay, guys? Just a second. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh, I can't remember. Wow. Amanda, can you help me? Can you give me your data so that I can sign in to online practice? I don't remember Diane's details. I don't have her email anymore. Can you give me your email, please? Because I'm trying to get the audio, but I forgot Diane's email. Because usually she's the one who sends me the email so that I can access the online practice, but I don't remember her email. I forgot. Mhm. I think now I remembered. Okay, let me try. Okay, now I remembered. There was a number I had forgotten. Okay, guys, I'm going there. Just a second. Okay. Yeah, it's the last lesson. That's why all the suspense. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amanda. So let's see here. The reading. Okay. Let me share the sound.
Stars.
The most anticipated new club in New York in 50 years is the advertising slogan of the Dark Star Club, which opened its doors last night. As opening night was an invitation-only party, if you weren't on the guest list, there was no point trying to get in. The club is owned by clothing designer Shel Manley and his wife, Kyoko Sato. In an interview, Manley announced to the media that he had invited 200 celebrities to the party, and that every one of them had promised they would attend. Stars began to arrive at about 11 p.m. Most of them hurried into the club to avoid the paparazzi taking pictures for the tabloids. Journalists from over a dozen countries were there. Inside the club, the guests enjoyed excellent sushi and an amazing performance by a hip-hop star. The guest list was impressive, including prominent names from the world of music, movies, and sports. Around midnight, a well-known actor tried to enter the club but was not allowed inside. The star talked to the bouncer at the door and then walked away, shouting and looking irate. Later, I asked security guard Jed Harley what had happened. He said he was a movie star, said Jed, but I didn't recognize him. When he told me his name, I confessed I had never heard of him. He said that he knew the owner and he would make sure I lost my job. I asked Jed if he was worried about the star's threats. "No, I'm not," he replied with a smile. "I'm still here, and he isn't."
All right, people. That's very nice, isn't it? So you see, it's an invitation only party. What do you understand by that? What is a party that you can only go if you have invitation? Yes, it's a closed party, right? It's a party that only allows people with invitation, okay? So it's a special party. If you aren't on the guest list, you can't go in. That's why, look, a lot of people waiting in line to enter. And this guy here, he is the bouncer, okay? So that's the person who controls people at the door. He controls who enters and who doesn't, all right? We call him the bouncer. He's like a security officer, right? A person who usually stays at the door of clubs to to control people who go in and just to avoid problems at the clubs, right? So that's why that's his job. Okay, so this party specifically is what they call invitation only party. So there is a guest list at the door, and only people with invitation can go in. All right, there is no point trying to get in. Okay, so who owns the club? Who is the owner of this club? Clothing designer Shell Manley and his wife Kyoto Sato. Ah, okay. So, in an interview, Manley announced to the media that they had invited 200 celebrities. So, it's a very special party, mainly for celebrities. Ah, every one of them had promised they would attend. So most of them confirmed. Okay. So they began to arrive at about 11 p.m. Most of them hurried into the club to avoid the paparazzi, as they usually do, because they don't want those people taking pictures all the time. Okay. So of course, journalists from over a dozen countries were there. Of course, a party for celebrities. A lot of journalists wanted to take pictures. Yes, especially paparazzis, right? Inside the club, the guests were doing what? Ah, they were enjoying excellent sushi. So the food was amazing, Japanese, right? And there was a performance by a hip hop star. You see, the guest list was impressive. So, of course, only famous people, including prominent names from the world of music, movies, and sports. So, prominent names were, it's the same as important names, right? VIP. Okay, guys. Excellent. So, here there was a problem. This is what they're going to describe. Around midnight, a well known actor tried to enter the club. He is famous, but he was not allowed inside. He was not permitted inside. Why not? The star talked to the bouncer, this guy here, at the door, and then walked away shouting and looking irate. Irate is very angry. Why didn't he get in? Because he didn't have the invitation. Even though he was a famous person, he didn't have the invitation, so he couldn't get in. Later, I asked the security guard, Jed Harley, what had happened. So who is this person who asked the security guard? Look, this is a blog, okay? As you can see here, this is a blog. So maybe this blog is a blog by Tel Pereira, right? I don't know if you watch the soap opera, but this can be a blog by Tel Pereira, and he's talking about this new dance club, about this dance club for celebrities, and he's talking about the party that happened, right? New dance club, too cool for stars, and then he's talking about the opening of the new dance club in New York, right? And then it finally opened. And then he is saying, queridinha, it was fantastic. A lot of celebrities, right? It was beautiful, a nice party. But what happened? Around midnight, a well known actor, so there is a gossip always, right? Blogs always have gossip. A well known actor tried to enter the club but was not allowed inside. The star talked to the bouncer at the door and then walked away, shouting and looking irate. So the guy is making a big gossip here, right? Later, I asked Tel Pereira, right? I asked the security guard, Jed Harley, what had happened. He said he was a movie star, said Jed. Jed is the security guard, but I didn't recognize him. When he told me his name, I confessed I had never heard of him. Ooh. He said that he knew the owner. So he is the actor, okay? The mysterious famous actor. He said that he knew the owner and he would make sure I lost my job. So the actor said that he knew the owner and he would make sure the bouncer lost his job because he blocked him. He didn't let him enter. I asked Jed if he was worried about the star's threats. Threats is the same as ameaças, okay? So Tel Pereira, asked Jed, the bouncer, if he was worried about the star's threats. Then Jed said, no, I'm not, he replied with a smile. I'm still here, and he isn't. So the actor, he isn't here. And nobody knows the name of the mysterious actor who was forbidden to enter the party. He was not allowed inside. Okay, so Tel Pereira published this gossip on his blog. You see, queridinha. All right, so this is a big gossip. That's why he put here new club too cool for stars, right? So that's why he put here, this is a kind of this is an ironic comment. It's an ironic title, right? because the guy here, he was a star. He was a well-known actor, but this club here was too cool for him, so he couldn't go in, right? He couldn't enter. All right, guys. Okay, so let's answer true, false, or not given, right? Let's see the first one. All of the invited guests came to the party. All of the invited guests came to the party. True, false, or not given? Let's see. Do they give this information that all the guests went to the party? Is this information in the text? They said they invited 200 people and that the celebrities they had promised they would attend. But did they all go to the party? What do you think? Sorry. Let's listen to that one more time so you can see if that information is in the text. Let's play it. Let's play one more time. Just a second.
Page 80. Reading. New club, too cool for stars.
The most anticipated new club in New York in 50 years is the advertising slogan of the Dark Star Club, which opened its doors last night. As opening night was an invitation-only party, if you weren't on the guest list, there was no point trying to get in. The club is owned by clothing designer Shel Manley and his wife, Kyoko Sato. In an interview, Manley announced to the media that he had invited 200 celebrities to the party, and that every one of them had promised they would attend. Stars began to arrive at about 11 p.m. Most of them hurried into the club to avoid the paparazzi taking pictures for the tabloids. Journalists from over a dozen countries were there. Inside the club, the guests enjoyed excellent sushi and an amazing performance by a hip-hop star. The guest list was impressive, including prominent names from the world of music, movies, and sports. Around midnight, a well-known actor tried to enter the club but was not allowed inside. The star talked to the bouncer at the door and then walked away, shouting and looking irate. Later, I asked security guard Jed Harley what had happened. He said he was a movie star, said Jed, but I didn't recognize him. When he told me his name, I confessed I had never heard of him. He said that he knew the owner and he would make sure I lost my job. I asked Jed if he was worried about the star's threats. "No, I'm not," he replied with a smile. "I'm still here, and he isn't."
Okay, guys, so let's say, so the first statement says all of the invited guests came to the party. So, true, false, or not given? Yes, information not given. Yes, that information is not given in the text. They don't say, oh, everybody went. No. Okay. Number two, the star without an invitation was the first to arrive. False. Yeah. Because the first ones to arrive, they arrived, sorry, at around 11. Yeah, look, stars began to arrive at about 11 p.m. And this mysterious star arrived at around midnight. Okay. The guard didn't recognize the star or his name. Yes, very good. That's true. Okay. The guard lost his job because he was rude. No, of course not. Look, he says, I'm still here, and he isn't, right? So he didn't lose his job. All right, very good. Now, read the blog again and answer the questions. Why did the club receive so much attention? Why? Why do you think the club received so much attention? Why? Why do you think? Because the opening night was an invitation only party. Yeah, so this is something like, oh, only people with invitation can go. So it was something exclusive. Yes. So to open the club, they decided to throw an invitation only party and only celebrities. So, yes, an exclusive party only for VIPs, of course. Okay. If you give a party only to celebrities, of course. So, a party to celebrities. Mhm. What else do you want to call attention? Nothing, right? So, a party only for celebrities and it's exclusive. You need to have an invitation. Now, invitation only party and then only for VIPs. So, invitation only party for celebrities. So even if you are famous and but you don't have the invitation, you can't go in. So this is a very exclusive party. What people or jobs are mentioned in the article? So let's take a look there. Let's take a look. Here there are some jobs that are mentioned. They talked about um, clothing designer, yes. Paparazzi, journalists, hip hop star, yes. Um, Bouncer, yes, it's a job. Actor, there are so many jobs. Security guard, movie star. So there are so many jobs there. So we can put some here, okay? We can put here paparazzi, journalist, bouncer, movie star, etc. What does the writer think about the events of opening night? What does he think? What does Tel Pereira think about the events of opening night? So let's see there. So he talks about the opening, and so he says that it was an exclusive party. So nobody could get in no matter what, right? Invitation only party. So too cool for stars. So what does he think of the event? So here they say it was anticipated, right? It was something that a lot of people were expecting this new club to open, right? And but it was too exclusive. That's why it was too cool, right? It was too cool for stars. So it was too exclusive or too cool. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's put here too exclusive or too cool for stars. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Too cool and too exclusive. So he thought the party was actually too closed, right? Only for just a few selected people. So too exclusive, too selective. Okay. Probably he wanted to be there. He wanted to be a guest. Okay. All right. What would you have done if you were the security guard in the party? Imagine you were there in the situation and this famous actor arrived. What would you have done? Would you have permitted his entrance without the invitation? That's dangerous, right? If it's an invitation only party, you need to be careful, right? So here there is an example. I would have used my phone to look up the star's name online. Another example. Oh, I would have called the owner of the place, right? Another example. I would have called the owner or the host of the party or the party host. The party host is the person who is giving the party, the responsible for the party. Okay, the person who is giving the party. So probably this person knows this actor. So he can go there and give this actor an invitation, right? A last minute invitation. And then the problem is solved. Okay, no hard feelings. Okay, so some situations like that can arise. So I would take my cell phone and I would have called the party host and said, look, there is this Mr. here, Mr. I don't know, so, and he says he knows you and he wants to go in. Problem solved. Okay. All right, people. Good. Can I clear the annotations? Yes? Okay, good. Have you copied, please? Yes? Okie dokie. Let me clear that. Okay. Now let me show you guys the writing task for this unit. Okay, it's the last writing task of the book. So let's see what you have to do. Okay. All right. This is unit 12. So you should read the online news article about a TV show. This is a news article, okay, guys? Then imagine you are a journalist at one of the following events and write a news article about it, okay? So you have to just play a journalist, okay? Imagine you are a journalist, like Tel Pereira, for example. Okay, you are a blogger. So you are going to be present at one of the events here, and then you're going to write a news article about the events. One of the events, a movie premiere or an award ceremony, a fashion show of a hot designer's new collection, an international sports competition or final game, the opening of a famous chef's new restaurant. So let's take a look at one of the situations. Soaring High's popularity. So here you have one event. Ever since Channel 3's show Soaring High became popular, many musicians have approached Channel 3 to have their songs performed on the show, but not everyone. Last year, musicians Michelle Crow and Aidan Humphreys denied Channel 3 the right to use their music. The show's producer, Sonja Friesen, said that at first musicians didn't know what the show was about and wanted to see the script before they gave her their music. When she refused, they said no. More recently, however, Aidan Humphreys changed his mind. Now that the show is popular, everyone wants to be part of it. So, this is about a show, okay, on Channel 3 called Soaring High. So, this show in the beginning wasn't popular at all, okay, guys? And a lot of musicians, they have approached this show to have their songs performed, like, Faustão. So, a lot of musicians approach Faustão regularly to have their songs performed there on the show. So, Ding Dong, it's the game show that celebrities play. Nowadays, it doesn't exist anymore. But in the past, they used to go there to perform on Ding Dong. So a lot of celebrities, they approached Faustão to have their songs performed on Ding Dong. Okay. And not everybody managed to perform, okay, on the show. So in this show here, Soaring High was like this. A lot of people wanted to perform on Soaring High, but not everyone managed to perform, okay, because they were very selective. Last year, musicians Michelle Crew and Ed Humphreys denied Channel 3 the right to use their music, okay? So they were very strict. The show's producer, Sonja Friesen, said that at first musicians didn't know what the show was about and wanted to see the script before they gave her their music. Okay, so when she refused, they said no. So Sonja Friesen, the show's producer, wanted, in this case here, she wanted to invite Michelle Crew and Aidan Humphrey uh, to perform, and they asked for the script. what is the script of the program? Okay, so then the producer, uh, she she said, no, I'm not sending the script. I just want you guys to come to my program. Why do you want the script? And then they denied. More recently, um, they have changed their minds because now the show is very popular. Soaring High has become really popular, and now everybody wants to participate. Okay, so whenever a program becomes very popular, everybody wants to go. Okay, guys. So this is a situation. So here it's an example of a news article. Okay, if you want, you can write something similar. You can write about, for example, what happened to Faustão, that he was removed from his show, right? Without him actually knowing. You know what happened, right? So he was replaced by Thiago Leifert on short notice. You can write about it, okay? He was sick. He had to undergo some kind of treatment, and on short notice, he was replaced by another host. His show was replaced by another host, and then out of nowhere, they told him that he was fired. Right, so now they also fired uh, the dancers. The dancers were fired, and so you can write a short note about what happened to him if you want. Okay, guys. So this is the last task. So it's nice to talk about it if you wish. Okay, you you can write as a journalist. Okay, TV host loses his job without uh, without any plan or without any notice. Okay, you can write about it. All right. So this is the writing task for you, guys. Next week, let me show you that. This is the end of the reading part. Okay, Unit 8, the reading. Next week, we are going to do the final page is the speaking part, but it's also a review. Okay, this is very simple. It's a small task. It's really simple, and we will start the review right away. I will do the speaking, but it's something really nice. It's something simple. Okay, so we are done with unit 8, with unit 12 already, and we will start the review next week. The students who need to give projects from book 3, please present next week. Okay, guys, let me show you the grades once again. I know that some students have to go, so let me show you the grades once again. Look, Jonatas, Nayara, okay? You can present next week. If you need any help with the preparation, talk to me. I can help you. Okay, Sarinha? All right? Anybody else who needs help, just talk to me. Okie people. So don't worry about it. We can talk and then we can do this together if you need. All right? So the homework for today, let me show you our page on Google Classroom. As we finished unit 12, we are going to do for homework. Oh, yes, here. Online practice, unit 12, class and student videos. Okay? Just that, unit 12, class and student videos. And these are some worksheets that I posted for you to start reviewing the contents from pages 10, 11, and 12. So you can start reviewing. Now, if you need to do projects, you can start preparing your projects, okay? so you can present next week. All right, people. So thank you very much for coming today. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Nayara, Amanda, Sarinha. I know she has to go to school, so she had to leave. See you next week, guys. Please bring your projects, okay? Bye bye, guys. See you next week. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye, people. Thank you. See you. Bye, Amanda. Bye, Jonathan. Thank you.